whoever's going to join late, we're going to just have them, we'll catch them up, so no worries. So hi to everybody. Thank you so much for calling in. Sharice and I are super excited to talk to you guys because I see some Summit faces on the call. You know, we're coming back from Summit. We are really, really excited. It was an incredible experience. So I hope that that all of you will be coming with us next year because it really was absolutely so much more than I thought it was going to be. So I think it's something, if you want to work this business, it's something you need to do. Not even you want to do it, you need to do it. You definitely put it in your date book because it's going to be in Nashville again and it's going to be awesome. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go over a bunch of stuff and then Sharice is going to go over a bunch of stuff. If you have questions at any time, just stop us, raise your hand because you guys are muted. So then I'll know to stop and answer your questions. So the first thing I want to start with is the Team Cup. I'm sure you guys have been hearing a lot about get your team registered at the Team Cup. What the Team Cup is, it's basically a contest for the month of August. And the way you earn points is by selling challenge packs and by selling Shakeology. So you earn Success Club points, and that is how you earn prizes, which who doesn't like prizes? And now they're just coming out with the Shakeology Boosts and the Shakeology Performance line, which I'll get into a little bit more later. But those are two brand new products. And what Beachbody is doing as an extra incentive, if your customer buys a challenge pack plus, say, a Shakeology Boost, you're going to get extra point. So that's kind of cool. It's sort of a new twist. They haven't done that before. So just a little more incentive to learn about those products and be able to share about them on your pages and with your potential challengers. So that way you might be able to earn some extra points. I've gotten awesome prizes in the past. If you see the shirt Sharice is wearing, she won that. I have that shirt too. I've gotten beach chairs. I've gotten bags. I've gotten wear and share, all sorts of stuff, footballs, which is great because it's free wear and share stuff that you can use as you're trying to promote your business. So it's a win-win. It doesn't cost you anything. You make money if you sell challenge packs. So it's great. So it's teams of 5. 1 lifetime diamond is allowed on the team. If you are the captain of the team, you need to know everyone's name, coach ID, and rank in order to register them. Okay, any questions on Team Cup? Okay, we're gonna move on. The next thing is the coach action plan, and we're starting these power calls with the diamond coaches. So this is something from Summit. So they suggested, and I really think it's a fantastic idea, that we need to have more one-on-one meeting time. So what we're going to do is Sharice and I both set up what's called an Acuity Scheduler. It's a website, it's an app, and it's actually really cool. We set up times when we are available, and then you go in and you pick the appointment time that you want to meet with us. So that way it's not like, I really want to talk to Sharice, but I wonder when she's going to be free. You don't have to wonder. Just click on her link. You can find out when she's going to be free and go with it from there. Now, prior to calling and having the Zoom call, would have a Zoom call. Prior to having the Zoom call, it would be incredibly, incredibly helpful for you to fill out something called the Coach Action Plan. And you will find this in your back office under the news and training, I believe it's under. So if you look under there, it's a new form and it's really great. Basically, it's all about goal setting and then about how you're going to get to that goal. So it's a very important form for you to fill out as you are working to build your business. So definitely look at that form, fill out that form before you get on the call. You don't want to waste the time of the call filling that out. Sharice's Acuity link to sign up is posted in her pinned post in your group. And mine is on the front page of our group as well, on the side column, so you'll see it. So definitely take advantage of this opportunity. Schedule an appointment, okay? It could be for anything. It could be, I want to get to Emerald. How do I do? What's the best way for me to do that? I'm having trouble with the invitation process. What do I do? I want to become a diamond. What do I do? So, Sharice and I won't know all the answers, but we have been around, a little longer than some other people. And if we don't know the answers, we can then go and get the answers. So definitely fill out the form before, set up the appointments, and let's get going with that, because I think that could really help to build your businesses, which will build our team and make us stronger than ever. So I say, let's do that.
Jen, are you going to also touch on the Getting Started Right calls?
Oh, yeah. So when we're going to be changing a little addition to when we get a new coach. So let's say, an Emerald coach signs up a new coach, okay? They're upline diamond. So for my team, the diamonds are Lisa, Kim, Amy, and myself. Let's say one of Lisa's coaches signs up a coach. We are going to go to their upline diamond, and they are going to do a Getting Started Right call. I'm not sure exactly if Sharice is going to do it the same way on her team, but you are. Okay, she is. She's nodding. So basically, a Getting Started Right call is a beginning training call to let them know the expectations of a starting coach. First of all, find out what kind of coach they want to be. Do they want to be a support coach, a hobby coach, a working coach? And just to find out, let it be more about them than about us and the business. Basically, you want to find out, what are they concerned about? What are they feeling like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I could do this about? So that way you can address those concerns and ease their minds. In the Acuity Scheduler, it does give you the option to fill out to create an intake form. So I advised my diamonds to look at my intake forms and just copy them. So that way they can have the questions that are really targeted to give us the information we need. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about your family. Tell us why you decided to become a coach. Tell us what you hope to get out of this. What are you worried about? Things like that. I think if our new coaches come in a little more supported, I think it will help them to start the business off in such a better way and then just really move forward, no matter what kind of coach they are, whether they support, working, or hobby. So it was something that was suggested at Summit almost in every single workshop that we went to. It's getting started right call. And we were all like, oh, we don't do that. We should do that. So that's something we are definitely going to be instituting. And those new coaches would set it up through the Acuity Scheduler also. When you go in the Acuity Scheduler, there's different types of call appointments that you can register for. So it's very specific. You'll see when you go in there. If you want to just take a peek, you can go in mine if you're on my team, or you can go in Sharice's if you're on her team. Just take a look at what it is that we're talking about. It's actually a very cool tool. I'm glad they told us about it. I think it just is going to make things a little easier. Any questions about that? Sharice, anything else you want to add about the Getting Started? If I could say it right, Getting Started Right call.
Sorry, we have Summit brain. We're both still kind of shot, so it's we're in recovery mode. So if
yes,
you clearly just let us know. But in addition to the Getting Started Right call, we have revised our welcome new coach messages, which has been updated in the docs and the files tab of our team group. And you'll see that we cut a lot of information out to make it less overwhelming, but we added a video a link to a YouTube video. Jen and I have each made one for our respective teams. And basically it describes the 3 different kinds of coaches or levels of coaching that you can choose. So you can either be, as Jen mentioned, a support coach, which is someone who just is working on their personal health and fitness journey. They're basically just like continuing challengers, and their only real responsibility is to set a good example as a challenger, to be a role model in the challenge groups. And these are people who are doing it to continue on for the challenge groups or for the 25% discount. The next level is being a hobby coach. So a hobby coach is someone who maybe the goal is just to make enough money each month to pay off their Shakeology. right? So they are aware of the 3 vital behaviors, or should be, but they're probably not doing them consistently on a daily basis. It's like an occasional thing, but their goal is to make enough to pay for that Shakeology. And then the working coach is the 3rd level. And that's someone who is going to display the 3 vital behaviors on a daily basis, or that's what they should be aiming to do. They're people that should be participating in any training that's relevant for their level, where they're at as far as rank. They're people who should be on the team calls each week. They are going for it, and they're dreaming big, whatever that may mean to them. And as we like to say, or as Scotty Hobbs likes to say, the earning potential is a direct reflection of the number of people they help each month. So that if you're going to help a few people, you're going to make it a consistent income, but it's not going to be a ton of money, but it will be consistent, and that's great for most people. Maybe you want to make 6 figures. Maybe you want to retire early from whatever job you do. Maybe you want to be a stay-at-home parent and are trying to ensure that you can do that. That's where the working coach level comes in. So we have a doc that we've created, and this will be particularly helpful for the diamonds who will be doing these getting started right calls, for anyone who falls underneath them and says that they do want to do a getting started right call. Of course, every coach is not going to want to agree to this, because most of the people that sign up as support coaches are going to be like, no, I just want to focus on myself. I don't even want to talk to my upline, and that's totally fine. But anyone who does want to do this call, they'll do it with their upline, and the diamonds will have this document which clearly defines each level of coaching and the goal for each level of coaching, so you can comfortably speak with them about what they're trying to do. So don't feel like you are flying solo. You're going to have information on this. And then, do I want to say anything else? So yeah, so we cut out a lot of information though. So take a look in the files tab of your group and look at the new welcome letter, and make sure you're letting your coaches know when they sign up. In Team Fit and Natural, there's a document that says what to do when you've signed up a new coach, and it takes you through the steps of things. Make sure you're directing people to that. Jen probably has something similar, right? And
Yeah.
so just make sure that your coaches are aware, because it's not just you signing up coaches, it's the people beneath you who are going to be signing up coaches too. So this is a process that has to be duplicated and passed down. Jen, is that everything with the welcome?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And we promise to have more than like 4 hours of sleep each night when we're talking to your new coaches. So, I think it's going to be a really great thing. I think it's really going to help, especially those new coaches who are interested in working the business. Those are the ones who are going to sign up for the appointments. Those are the ones who are excited to get started. So, not mandatory, it's offered. And if they don't take advantage of it, that's their option.
Jen, I see Dina's hand is raised.
Oh, I don't even see Dina. Dina, where are you?
I don't know where.
We have to unmute you. If you see the little microphone in your bottom left. Let's see. I'm trying to find her so I can unmute her. That's Renee. Oh. Can you see her, Sharice?
No, I don't know what happened. Maybe she had to go or something.
Okay. Dina, if you can hear us, if you have a question, you can always put it in the chat box, because I can't actually find you. I don't see you on here. So I'll keep looking up.
All right, Jen, you can keep going. Sorry.
Okay, no, that's okay. The next thing that we wanted to mention is that Dave is actually offering a really cool training. And now you guys are most likely not in need of something like this, but your coaches might be. He is offering a 3-day refresh for coaches who have kind of, started off gung-ho maybe and have fallen off the wagon, or kind of like lost their momentum, lost their drive, or really just not feeling like they know how to conquer the invitation process or how to really get started. This is not for new coaches. This is for coaches who have been in a little while and have kind of petered off. So if you have any coaches on your team that you think would benefit from this 3-day refresh into coaching, let your coach know, or let your upline diamond know, I suppose. That'd be the best way to handle it. And we can make sure Dave finds out, so that way you guys can get that coach into the training. it sounds, him and Kristen are doing it together. It sounds like it's going to be a really beneficial training for someone who really has interest but has fallen off. So, so let your upline diamond know if you have anybody interested. Any questions on that?
That starts Monday.
It starts Monday. So you should like reach out to your coaches today or tomorrow, just send them a quick message, see if anyone has any interest in that. The next bullet point is one of the most exciting. It's to go over the new products that were announced at Summit. They announced a boatload of things at Summit. They just kept announcing things. There's, oh, we're gonna have this now. We're gonna have this now. It was incredible. So I just want to quickly go over what is here now, what is coming, and then there's more coming that they wouldn't tell us, which was not very nice of them. But there's even more coming apparently. So as you all know, Size was released on Monday. So that was the big, huge release at Summit. If you don't have it, it's really, really fun. And I think it's going to be very popular, especially for people who have injuries and things like that. I have a couple people who have like back injuries, can't do squats, can't do push-ups, and they were so excited about getting this program. So that's number one. Something else that I know I am really, really excited for them to actually, oh, there's Dina, actually release is we are finally getting an app, which is huge news. So what they showed us at Summit, this app is going to be able to do a lot of things. It's going to be able to track your workouts. It's going to be able to track your nutrition. For the 21-day fix, it's going to track your containers. It reminds me a little bit of like MyFitnessPal, but jacked up a lot. So it looks incredible. They just showed us tidbits of it. It's in like a beta test mode now. They're going to give it to the elite coaches and premier coaches in, I believe, September, and let them test it out. And then basically what they do when it's something technologically based like that, they give it to those coaches first, let them use it, and then they report back to corporate and say, hey, we have a problem with this. We need to change it this way. And they really listen to those coaches and they make the changes based on what they say to improve the product, so that when it actually comes to release to the general public, it's the best possible product it can be. So the app is going to be very, very exciting. Major upgrades to Beachbody On Demand. That's another huge announcement. They are going to put it on, I hope I'm saying this right, Roku? Is that right? Roku. And I believe it was Apple TV. There was one more. Shreese, what was the other one?
Amazon Fire.
Amazon Fire, that was it. So you're going to be able to live stream from those. The buffering issue, I know if you've tried to use Beachbody On Demand, sometimes it gets stuck. They apparently have worked through the buffering, so that is not supposed to happen anymore. You will be able to pause and fast forward, which is huge, because I know I've had issues with that. So they're making lots and lots of improvement to Beachbody On Demand. They have not announced an exact date when these things are going to actually come into play, but it is in the works and it should be soon. So that's very, very exciting. The Shakeology Boost.
Can I just say one thing about the Challenge Group app? Like this would actually take the place of our Facebook secret groups ultimately. Like that's the purpose of this. So sometimes we have prospects who aren't on Facebook, which is, amazing to us since we're all over Facebook, but some people are not on Facebook. Some people don't want to interact in that way. So this will be really helpful with that. And also, Facebook is always changing, and we're constantly kind of like battling to keep up with the changes that they make. I think it was Lindsay Matway, right? She woke up one day and all of her private groups were gone. They were just deleted. Yeah.
Well, I've been in Facebook jail. It's not fun. I was blocked out of all groups for like 2 or 3 weeks. It was god awful. And I didn't do anything.
Right.
I swear. But I was put in jail. Dave was in jail for a little while. Just Facebook messes with you. So this is going to be a great opportunity to take them out of the equation.
Yeah.
So they don't have that stronghold on us,
Mm-hmm.
which is really nice. Good. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that.
No, that's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so then we're going to move on to the Shakeology Boosts. So these are really cool. Basically, these are ways to sort of amp up your Shakeology. They do not alter the taste of your Shakeology, but they offer different additives or different nutrients that can help you. So there's 3 boosts. The first one is focused energy. So that is supposed to give you sustained energy throughout the day. So that's if you're feeling a little down, you can put a shot of that in your Shakeology, and that is all natural, healthy. It's nothing, fabricated or anything like that. So that, and we tried that at Summit, and it works for 4 hours of sleep. It definitely works.
Yeah.
So that was good. The other one is greens. And this, when I heard about this, immediately my children popped into my head, because you can add it into, like pancakes or brownies or muffins, and they won't even know about it. But for us grown-ups, if you're having a hard time getting in your fruits and vegetables, you can put in a shot of the greens into your Shakeology and really boost up that Shakeology even more by adding this additional greens to it. And then the last one was if you haven't been eating right and you're kind of not feeling good, and maybe you're a little constipated and your digestive system is a little they have one called Digestive Health. So you can put that one in so that you can, go. So the video that Tony Horton did on the Shakeology boost is hysterical, as are all Tony Horton's little videos. So definitely look. It should be on the Beachbody website. If not, it'll be on YouTube soon. I'm sure it's on the Beachbody website. It's really funny. So if you haven't seen it, watch it, because it's a good thing that you can send to your customers, because they'll learn about the products and they'll get a little chuckle. So it's kind of a win-win. So that's the boost. Those are on sale now. So those you can purchase now. So that's the boost. The other thing is the performance line. Yes.
Just a little thing. So like when you're talking to your customers and you hear any kind of mention of this, like when you hear their why, if someone's like, oh, I depend on caffeine so much, I want to do this challenge group for energy because I'm dragging all the time. Well, then ding, 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 you think focused energy boost. This is another thing that can be added in, because actually in the testing, it shows that it reduces people's dependency on drinking coffee and on their caffeine intake. So this is a healthy way to, escape like the caffeine addiction. Or if someone talks about like, oh, I'm looking for Shakeology because I'm just not regular, I'm out of whack. Well, then you think digestive health. So you want to make sure that you're informing yourself and spend some time looking at that video, but also at the information in the Coach Online office, because you want to be able to speak to these things and know when to offer them to people. So, we're not used to having these things, and the performance line that Jen's going to talk about next, we're not used to having this battery of products available. We're used to talking about Shakeology and fitness program, and every once in a while, maybe we talk 3-day refresh. So this is something that you want to be comfortable enough to talk about. So when you hear a ding, ding, ding in the person's why, to offer this as well.
So the place where you're going to find the information is if you go in your Coach Online office, look under the marketing tab, and you're going to see every single program and product we offer. So basically scroll down and you're going to look for Shakeology Boosts. Click on that. And there's lots of really great information there. I recommend that you read it all. It's not lengthy. It's just, really good information about each one of the boosts. If you look in the same section, it'd be higher up, it's alphabetically. You will find the Beachbody Performance line. I highly, highly recommend that there's a video, a little webinar, that you watch it, because like Cherie said, we're sort of going outside of our wheelhouse now. These are different things. I certainly don't feel comfortable about it yet. Tomorrow I am planning on watching all of those webinars and really informing myself, so that way I feel comfortable enough to speak to it. So the performance line is really for those people who are working out to the max, those people who are doing heavy duty training. It's not for your, 55-year-old Zumba kind of workout person doing light workout. It's really for people who are working out hard and intense. There are several products. You really need to spend some time going and reading about each and every one of them, so that way you are really able to speak to it. So that's going to be, and the performance line, I looked it up because we were wondering when that goes on sale. It goes on sale tomorrow. So, all of these things are going to be available for the Team Cup. So that's really going to be beneficial to you. So the performance line is definitely something, it opens up new avenues to us. So now if you have trainers that you definitely want to talk to them about this, because they may want to, hey, sign up as a coach so they can offer it to their clients, people who who are heavy duty gym people who work out very intensely and very heavily, who may have poo-pooed our programs. These are some people who may be very interested in these performance products, because they really have been proven to do a really good job with helping people to recover from working out intensely, get the energy to work out intensely, to reduce muscle soreness after an intense workout. Oops, sorry, there's some feedback. Can you hear me? Okay, sorry, it started echoing. So this is a whole new world for us. So definitely inform yourself.
And what about the challenge pack? So isn't there
there's a challenge pack going to be coming out. It'll probably come out tomorrow. And basically it is the Beachbody On Demand and 2 of the performance products. So this is the only challenge pack we sell that does not come with Shakeology. This is a brand new challenge pack for this performance line. So something new. They're going outside of the box, and let's see, we'll see what happens. It might be interesting because you might have people, like I said, those people who are the gym rats, the people who are the trainers, who are really just looking for those performance products, or really aren't interested in Shakeology at this time. This then satisfies that need. Then they get Beachbody On Demand, so they can get those intense programs like Insanity, The Asylum, things that really heavy duty programs that some of us look at and go, no way ever. So it's really a nice marriage of products. So definitely look into that tomorrow. I guarantee you there will be an FAQ on it. So definitely look in the back office tomorrow and look under your July specials, because it should be listed under there since it's just being released. Now, super exciting new program. This is the very first time 2 trainers have ever teamed up. Usually it's just 1 trainer. You get 1 per program, but there's a brand new program coming out. They're saying winter, I'm guessing around Christmas time. It's called Hammer and Chisel, and it is the creators of Body Beast and Autumn Calabrese, the creator of 21 Day Fix, have joined forces to come up with a pretty incredible program. We saw the video for it, and it looks amazing for toning, for chiseling, for really building muscle and really definition. It looks awesome. So that's going to be a huge, huge thing for us come the winter time. I definitely recommend you watch the video so you can sort of understand what's coming. There's going to be a tremendous amount of advertising and build up coming up to its release, because like I said, it's the first time they've ever done it. And both programs in isolation are hugely popular. Body Beast is hugely popular, mainly with men. Some women do Body Beast, and then 21 Day Fix is mainly with women. So I think it's really interesting that they're putting these 2 together and kind of getting the best of both worlds so that you can get the best results, men and women. So now this program is for everybody. So it's going to be really interesting. So that's in the winter time.
And those workouts will be 30 to 35 minutes long. So a lot of people really want to do Body Beast, but because of some of the workouts being longer, they don't want to get involved with it. So this is nice and short for those of us that really appreciate efficient workouts. And there will be a different level of intensity to this program. So like Jen mentioned with the performance line, the performance line is for people who are like really working out, for people who are pushing it. And Hammer and Chisel is going to be a program that is going to push people. So it's going to be a really great combination along with the performance line. Those 2, I think, will really go hand in hand. Can you guys hear me okay? Because my internet connection is now getting messed up.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. And then also I wanted to mention one of those performance line products is creatine. And, so many of us have like a husband who only wants to do their creatine shakes, that they've been doing for like 15 years when they go to the gym twice a week or something like that. well, now they can get it through you. You know, that's just like one more product that instead of going to GNC, they can get it through Beachbody, where you're getting all your other health and fitness things. So just keep in mind that, again, that's rounding out what we have to offer people.
And you get your 25% on the performance line and the boost and everything. So like Cherie said, if your husband is interested in those kinds of things, or your friends or whatnot, you know, and they're coaches, there you go. They get the 25% off. So that's just another bonus. The next thing we want to talk about is the daily challenges. My team, we started this beginning of July, and I know Sharice has been doing this with some people, and I think it's going to be a little expansion of that. What the daily challenge is really to give you guys a focus every day to help you to display the 3 vital behaviors on a regular basis, so that way you can be successful. Because sometimes, you know, life gets busy and you forget to do certain things, and next thing you know, a week has gone by and you haven't added any Facebook friends, and you're like, oh my God. So I post a daily challenge for both my support coaches and my working coaches every single day. Sometimes they're the same, sometimes they're different. If it's business oriented, it's definitely just for the working coaches. For support coaches, it's things like, you know, post a recipe or post a non-scale victory, things of that nature. So there's no pressure to enter the selling aspect. But for the working coaches, you're going to see things related to the 3 vital behaviors. You're going to see things that are related to informing yourself about Shakeology, about the boosts, about the performance line, about the products, as well as, you know, inviting people to the size group or inviting people to the sneak peek or things of that nature. It's just a daily reminder like, oh yeah, you need to do this. So that's something that you definitely need to pay attention to. And if you do it every day, it's definitely going to assist you in building your business. So I would definitely encourage you to do that. The other thing is on both of our team pages, there's going to be a calendar posted. And basically just to remind everyone, because I get so many messages, and I know Sharice does too. Wait, when's the next challenge group starting? Oh wait, when's Coach Basics starting again? All those things are set in stone. The challenge group is the 3rd Monday of the month. Coach Basics is the 1st Monday of the month. Like things like that. So there'll be a calendar listed on our team pages, so that if you have that kind of question, boom, you just look at the file and you're good to go. You get your information quickly, efficiently, and you have it right there at your fingertips. So that's another suggestion we got from Summit. The amount of suggestions and like details and things we can implement that we got from just 2 days of conferences is like half a notebook filled up. And don't worry, we're not going to do it all tonight. But we got an incredible amount of information from Summit. So it's really exciting, because I feel like both our teams were doing well before. So now it's like, let's see what we're going to do now. So it's exciting to put these things into place so quickly. And then just one little housekeeping thing. We wanted to ask you guys, you know, it's always so hard. We know people have kids and other commitments and things like that. You know, we're trying to find the best recipe as far as time and scheduling these team calls. Would it be better for it to be 9:30, or is 9 o'clock better? So if you, I guess since you're all muted, if you think 9 o'clock is better, just raise your hand. So we've got 5. Okay. 6. Okay, so 9 o'clock's better. Okay, Sharice and I are the only ones up all night. So, okay, cool. We just wanted to make it as accessible to everyone as possible. So 9 o'clock it will be. So I'm going to turn it over to Sharice now, and she's going to handle a couple of other things now.
Yeah, and for the daily challenges too, what's linked to that is a contest that we're both running, right, Jen, within our groups for the Fixate Cookbook right now. They're starting and ending at different times for our 2 different teams, but the information is in the team group. So every time that you earn a point, you're basically earning a raffle ticket that will go into a drawing at the end, and whoever is chosen will get the Fixate Cookbook. And we're going to be having more of these contests going forward with various prizes. So it's just a little way to make it more exciting and have a little fun competition among the team. Okay, sorry, I'm just reading a message. Okay, and so the next thing I want to talk about is the size challenge group that's coming up. So we are going to do one big size challenge group starting August 10th. I know that we had first put forth August 3rd, but the start date is August 10th. So please make sure that you know that and your coaches know that. This is going to be a giant group, and everyone is only going to be doing size. So, people from Team Perseverance, this could be huge. And this is how T25 was launched on our team way back, and it was really exciting, and it was really big splash. So we want to do the same thing with size. Now, if you are not doing size, it's okay. You can still put your people into the challenge group, and then you can just be in there as a motivator, kind of like how we do with the 3-day refresh groups. Like, we're not always doing 3-day refresh when our people are, but we like and comment and encourage. It's going to be the same thing for size. So don't feel like if you're not going to be doing size on the 10th that you can't participate. And also, of course, there is the one sneak peek workout of size on Beachbody On Demand. So you can always do that as like a little promotional thing to try and post on Facebook to see if people are interested, or if you just want to be in the group and do that workout and work on that for a week or so, you could do that as well. Somebody, I think Laura Schiller had asked, is this challenge group the same way that we always work, if people just buy the size DVD, is that enough to be in the challenge group? No, it's the same rule as always, so you do need Shakeology and the program. And of course, the size challenge pack is on sale right now. It's $140. It comes with a cool, is it a shaker cup?
A shaker cup and a wristband.
And the wristband, the little size sweatband thing. So that's really cute. And there's a bonus DVD that comes with it as well. And it's just a really fun program. You guys may have seen my super awkward videos that I've been posting. It's fun. This program is cool for everybody, and there is a beginner schedule and an advanced schedule, and it really kind of is broken down by how much time you spend with each routine. So the advanced one, you're just kind of moving a little bit more quickly through the routines, but either way, it's super fun, and Shanti is such a good teacher. Rachel did the size live certification with Shanti at Summit, and I know she was blown away by the experience because Shanti is incredible. He just finds a way to reach out to you no matter who you are, and that's really what he does with this program. So we're very excited about size. Please push it as much as possible. Try and get people in this challenge group. And of course, for Team Cup, this is a great way to get points at the beginning of the month to get people into the group starting on the 10th. The other thing I wanted to mention was just about Summit. I think you guys have all seen this now, but if you have not bought your ticket yet, they've sold all the tickets. So it is officially waitlist time, but you want to get your name on the waitlist because you almost definitely will get moved off of it, and how much you pay will be a reflection of the time that you signed up at. So right now, whatever the sale price is, it's not as good as it was last weekend, but it's still a special price this week. Get your name on the wait list, because then when you get released off the wait list, it will be this price and not $100 more, 6 months from now or whatever it is. Super Saturday is this weekend. Please don't forget. No, it's not going to be as special as Summit, but it is still going to be pretty special. And a lot of the things that we're talking about from Summit, you'll get to experience in greater detail there. Some of you, I think, have not had necessarily awesome Super Saturday experiences if you haven't gone to a bigger one. So if you have access to a bigger one, if you can drive a half hour longer and get to a city location or something like that, New York City is going to have Carl Deichler. Although, of course, in Katona, New York, shortly past that, Dave and the Team Perseverance team will be hosting there. But get to a Super Saturday and get to the best one you possibly can. It will be, an amazing experience for you. What else do I need to talk about? We are going to do something new. It is going to be a 3-day challenge group open house. So I'll say that again, 3-day challenge group open house. And what this is if you have a prospect who is strongly considering going into the next challenge group, and I mean strongly, not telling you yeah, maybe one day I'll try a challenge group with you, or yeah, someday I'll do this. Not that. Someone who's okay, I'm really thinking about this, but you could tell they're just not ready to pull the trigger, but they want to. In the 3rd week of our challenge groups, you can add somebody in for 3 days They cannot post. They cannot do anything in there. They are merely viewing, okay? And you have to get permission from the captain of your group, who will be aware if it's an issue for anyone in the group, because if it doesn't work for that specific group for some reason, we can place the person in another group and place you in there as well, so you can see what's going on. So we have ability to place people in various places, but they will get 3 days to simply watch the challenge group. And it can be really exciting, to see the energy and to see people cheering for each other and to see people posting recipes and to see the sweaty pics and seeing people say things like, my God, I can't believe I'm doing push-ups. I couldn't even do one 3 weeks ago when it first started. That's the kind of thing, that it's like we always say, it's, facts tell, but stories sell. And that's like seeing the stories happen live. So it might be a really good tool to help you get people off of the fence. But something that's very key is that if we are going to allow somebody to do this, they must register for a free account with you. Okay, they have to be able to take the time to go on your Team Beachbody site and sign up for the free account, which takes like 10 seconds, which names you as their coach. So if they decide to do anything with Beachbody down the road, you've taken this time to invest in them, right, to help them. They're linked to you. So if they buy anything in the future, it would be through you and you would be connected with them. So please make sure that you and your people on your team understand they do have to sign up for a free account to do this. And this will be at the discretion of the captain, who will be aware if there's any issues in the group with placing people in there. Jen, was that basically everything we wanted to say about that?
I just wanted to add something else. This is not something like when you're sending out private messages to invite people. We don't want to be like leading with, hey, you want to check out 3 days in our challenge group? Absolutely not. We want to follow our normal 5-step invitation process. And, because that's been working great, and you get lots of challenges that way. It's really for when you get to, step 3 and step 3 really, and they're kind of hemming and hawing, and I'm not sure. I don't know if it's for me. Those are the words that are kind of resonating with me as the perfect person to do this. I don't know if that's really my thing. I don't know if I want to be in a group. Those are the kinds of people who say, well, you know what? How about I let you take a look for 3 days? And then we can make a decision after that. But all of you, like if someone buys a challenge pack, it doesn't mean that they get in for 3 days to kind of get a peek and then they're going to come in for the next group. It's for a very select group of people that are really on the fence. And like I said, this should not be something that we're I don't want should not see this on anyone's Facebook wall or anything like that. Like this is definitely just in the discussion process of going back and forth to offer as something when you are hearing that. I'm not sure if this is for me about the groups and if I would be able, if I'd feel comfortable or what really happens in those groups or hearing things like that. Those are your people. You say, okay, here's what I could do for you. But I just want to caution everyone not to use it as your sort of first card. It's definitely, as you work your way through the process, it's sort of like a last card to use with somebody. So we're just trying it. Some other teams have done it. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. But I think it's worth a try. We'll give it a try for this 3rd week, and then we'll reevaluate. So I definitely, please, if you are putting people in, you are going to let the captains know, but also let Sharice and I know. So that way, after the fact, we want to know what the return rate is. We want to know, so if you let in 3 people and none of them bought, so then did it really help them? Or if you let in 3 people and 2 bought, well, then that's great. That's good. Hey, if 1 bought, I think that's great. So definitely let Sharice and I know if you're adding anyone to these groups for this special open house, and just make sure you're doing it. Like I said, it's not to be posted on your Facebook page, not to be in your initial invitation. It's really for a very specific audience. If you're questioning whether you should offer it, send Sharice or I a message and say, listen, here's the situation. Do you think this would be a good person to put in the open house? We'd be happy to chat with you about that and figure that out with you. I'd rather you ask than not. And then we're kind of like, ooh, maybe that person shouldn't have been in there. So that's it. Any questions? Oh, we have a very cute participant right now. Hello, very cute participant. Lisa, you have a question. Let me unmute you. Lisa, you're very cute too. Let's see. How do I?
Jen, I was just curious when you were posting the sneak peek group. I wasn't sure. I have people to add.
There's a document up in the our team page for you to put your name and how many people you have for it.
Okay.
So definitely add them. That's great that you have people. Awesome.
Thanks.
No problem.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about sneak peek now. So for those of you that were not around for the other iterations of it, it's basically a 5-day private Facebook group. I'll be running it. We'll have 2 posts per day. And basically it just explains what a coach does, how a coach earns income, what the 3 different levels of coaching are, like we touched on at the beginning of this call, and how, you know, it can really be whatever you want it to be, and what we do to run our business daily. So these posts are really in the forms of videos for the most part, videos pretty much from people on our team, but also a couple of things that are not just specifically about our team. And this is an amazing, amazing, amazing opportunity that you want to get as many people into as possible, because it makes your life as easy as possible, because you really don't have to do anything. We have it done for you. All you have to do is get people into the group. Now, why would you want to get people into this group? Well, as far as getting coaches, you know, that is going to be people that are going to join your team. They're going to join your challenge groups. They're going to help you advance in rank. They're going to help you get Success Club points, and it's more opportunity for you to help others and inspire others. So there is really no reason that you should not be trying to get people into this group. Also, you know, the sell, if you will, is like super soft sell, because they don't have to buy anything. All you're saying is, do you want to be a fly on the wall for this group? You don't have to do anything. You know, you just basically check in twice a day and watch what you want to watch. You want to reach out to any challengers you've had in the past who did not commit to being a coach. Those are people to reach out to. You want to think about your friends who are really into fitness, or are, you know, trainers or instructors, or people who have athleticism in any part of their lives, people who are stay-at-home moms that can maybe use some extra money, people who you know have told you in the past, I would love to join your challenge group, but I just don't have the money for it. Well, here's a way you could be making money basically to pay for your own fitness journey. So those are the kind of people you want to reach out to. And Jen and I both have a document in the files tab of our team group, right?
Yep.
Okay, that explains the information about exactly what you can say. So you can say something like, you know, my team is running a 5-day sneak peek into coaching group on July 27th. It's just a private Facebook group that provides a nice way to get a feel for what we do in the challenge groups, and also to learn about how you can make extra money via coaching, since I know you had a money concern. There's no commitment involved. My coach will be posting videos and info twice a day. People check in to view and read what they want when they have time. Would you like me to add you to the group so you can just be a fly on the wall, have a better understanding of our groups and how you can make some extra cash if that's something you're interested in at any point? Or you can just post on Facebook and say, just talk about like one little thing about what coaching has done for you, like one great tiny anecdote. Coaching has done this for me. My team is actually running a free 5-day glimpse into coaching group to show you what Beachbody coaching is all about. If you're interested, just message me. I'll add you to the group. Very casual. If people then like that Facebook post, like when people like my posts about the coaching groups, I then shoot them a message and I'll say, hey, I saw you liked my post about the sneak peek into coaching group that we're having. Are you interested in me just adding you into the group so you can see what I do? And that's it. You know, so that's an easy way to get kind of like a casual yes. What else do I want to say? And then, so there is a sign-up doc in the Coaches of Team Perseverance group. Just add your name and the number of people that you have. And
I'm going to walk away from this. Do you mind if I talk to you for a second?
we will add in, if I can find that, there we go. So you'll just add your name there. Your upline diamond will add in any coaches from that team that are participating, and then you'll add your participants in, and that's it. So this is a really big thing. It's an easy way to bring on coaches. I have so many coaches on our team that we've gotten through the sneak peeks. And don't be afraid to invite for this. You know, you're not even asking them for money. Like this is easier than selling a challenge pack. You're just saying, do you want to see what I do? Or, you know, do you want to learn more? And that's it. Does anyone have any questions about that?
This is the sneak peek group that you're talking about, that you, how do I go about if somebody is interested? I have to contact Jen or contact Lisa?
So Kristen, what you would do is, this is for sneak peek into coaching. So if you have someone who's interested in coaching, what you would do is go in the files tab of our team page. And
yeah, that's all new to me. I had no idea there was any team page or any file.
oh, that's okay. You know the page where we posted the welcome message to you?
No.
Oh, you didn't see it?
Your welcome message to me? No, I'm so sorry. I really have been looking into everything, but it's so much information all at once that maybe I missed that one.
Don't worry, don't worry. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tag you in your welcome message because I want you to see it. And secondly, I'm going to tag you in the file.
Okay.
So basically, you have to be at a computer. You can't do it from a phone. You click on the files tab of the page. And the file, you'll see the file there. Click on it and hit edit, and then you would just write your name and the number of people you have. So just, and we know a lot of Kristen, so put Odell, right? Kristen Odell, and 4 or 5, whatever, as many people as you have to invite, that are going to be joining us. And then usually the day before the group is formed, and they'll say, okay, add your people. So they'll add you first because you're on the list. We know Kristen Odell has people. And then you add your people in.
Okay, and what's the date for that one?
That's starting the 27th, which is Monday, right? Monday.
Okay, thank you so much.
And it's just 5 days.
Okay.
And listen, it's overwhelming for everybody when they start. So just shoot any questions you have. That's what we're here for. Ask Lisa, ask me, post in the group. And that's the great thing about the group. You can post questions. So don't apologize. It's like day 2.
Thank you.
No problem.
Any other questions? All right, well, thank you guys. Next week on Monday, so next week we don't have a team call because our calls are every other week, but we want to make sure that you do everything possible to get on the Team Perseverance team call Monday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, because there's going to be something rolled out that's basically 21 days of posting laid out for you, like a way to kind of make your social media life easier. Of course, you don't have to follow it to a T. You can make it your own, but this is something that will be a great model and a great thing to pass along to people on your team. So we want to make sure as many people as possible get it the first time around, okay? So remind your coaches about that call as well. All right, so thank you all for taking the time, and we will see you all later. Bye-bye.